UFC Live 2, Jon Jones versus Vladimir Matyushenko. The day Jon Jones humiliated Vladimir Matyushenko in the UFC was legendary. This phenomenal fight took place on the 1st of August 2010 in the States, with Jon Jones and Vladimir Matyushenko exchanging blows in one of the most awaited UFC fights of that year, with one heavily intense round. Jones faced Matyushenko in a main event without a title dispute, aiming to boost his rise in the UFC. On the night of the fight, Jon Jones arrived super focused, while Vladimir Matyushenko came in full of confidence. After the ref gave the instructions, the fighters shook hands and the fight began. In the first round, the tension was sky high, with the fighters studying each other and maintaining caution. Matyushenko, super focused, attempted a cross on Jon that just grazed by. Determined, Vladimir grabbed Jon's arm but received an elbow to the face. Jon tried a punch to Vladimir's belly, but it didn't land. Showing he's got the moves, Jones delivered a sinister kick to the guy's thigh, plus one of those spinning kicks to the belly. Not satisfied, Matyushenko went on the offensive, but Jones caught his leg and took him down. In a key moment, Jones locked Vladimir's hand and applied several strikes, forcing the ref to stop the fight. After the announcement, Jon Jones was declared the winner by technical knockout, solidifying his reputation as one of the most feared fighters in the UFC. With this victory, it's estimated that Jon Jones bagged about $46,000. And Vladimir Matyushenko, rumors say he snagged about $10,000. UFC 152, Jon Jones versus Vitor Belfort. The day Jon Jones demolished Vitor Belfort in the UFC was insane. This wild ride went down on the 22nd of September 2012 in Canada, with Jon Jones and Vitor Belfort throwing down in one of the most anticipated UFC fights of the year, with 4 breathtaking rounds. The fight was for the UFC light heavyweight belt, with Jon Jones defending his title against veteran Vitor Belfort. On the night of the fight, Vitor Belfort walked in with confidence, while Jon Jones entered with the chill of someone who's faced giants before. After the ref's instructions, the fighters shook hands and the fight kicked off. The first round started off hot. The tension was high right from the get-go. Jones came in low and almost got a boot to the face from Belfort to keep him on his toes. Vitor dialed up to 220, delivered a solid kick to his opponent's thigh. Things heated up when Jon Jones landed a knee kick on Belfort and immediately went for a leg grab, taking him down. On the ground, Vitor held tight in the clinch and locked up Jones's arm, but Jon, with all his savvy, lifted Belfort and dropped some brutal pile drivers. Now mounted, Jon unleashed a fierce elbow that split Belfort's eyebrow, making him bleed. Without letting up, Jones continued the onslaught with more elbows and a precise punch to Vitor's chest. Jon was relentless, sending elbows one after the other, punishing Belfort. Jon even tried to step on the dude, finishing with a cross that just grazed by. The fight was intense and tense, with both dudes in that fierce exchange, and Vitor, bleeding heavily, didn't back down and kept up the fight like a warrior. First round closed with Jones ahead, 10-9, promising it was gonna be one hell of a fight. Hey fighter! Before you keep watching the video, hit subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a knockout. Second round. In the heat of the second round, Jones pressed forward cautiously and kept the pressure on Belfort. In a surprising move, Jon unleashed a high kick, aiming for Vitor's face. Each move from Jones displayed his skill in reading and counterattacking his opponent, keeping the fight thrilling and full of surprises. In a key moment, Jon nailed a kick to Belfort's knee and attempted a spinning elbow plus another high kick. Aiming to hurt Vitor, Jones targeted his opponent's knee with a few well-placed kicks. Without easing off, Jones ramped up the pace, landing a wicked high kick to the neck followed by another on the knee. The atmosphere was tense in the octagon, the guys trading heavy blows, each wanting to dominate and score points. The guys were all in with their strategies, Jon throwing multiple elbows while Vitor defended well. Belfort didn't fall behind, trying a spinning high kick, plus a powerful kick to Jones's thigh. With that determination, Vitor landed a solid punch to Jon's belly. Unsatisfied, Belfort landed a kick to Jones's face and threw 2 crosses that just grazed by. Showing he's got the skills, Vitor landed a high kick and tried a heavy cross, followed by another devastating cross to impress. But even so, Jones won the round 10-9, pulling 2 points ahead, making the thing even more frantic and putting the pressure on Vitor. Third round. In the third round, the fighters were on alert, studying each other's moves, looking for an opening. Belfort, with his sharp technique, landed a kick to his opponent's thigh. With that grit, Vitor nailed a cross to the face. The match was calculated, then Jones unleashed a kick, but Belfort defended it well. In the exchange, the blows were cutting close, and when they hit the ground, Vitor took a stomp to the belly. Without giving an inch, Jones fell on top and tried multiple elbows, but Belfort held on, blocked, and managed to stand after, withstanding the hits. The blows from both were slicing through the air. Again on the ground, with Jon mounted, he was totally controlling Vitor, unleashing heavy elbows targeting Vitor's face, trying to break the guy's resistance. In a key moment, Jones landed one of those elbows and pressed his forearm against Vitor's face, making him bleed liters with more elbows in succession. With a thirst for victory, Jon pressed his forearm on Vitor's neck, which trapped his movements, limiting his strikes. Jones, dialed up to 220, unleashed a devastating kick to the head, followed by a precise kick to the belly. Unstoppable, Jones sent another kick to the thigh and another strong one to the belly. The third round closed with Jones ahead, 10-9 on the score, shooting ahead by 3 points. At this point in the fight, Belfort only had hopes of a knockout or a submission to turn the game around. Fourth round. In the fourth round, the guys were already feeling the fatigue, especially Vitor, but the gas in the fight was still high. Vitor charged forward and sent a high kick to Jon's face, followed by an uppercut, and even defended a knee strike. With a thirst for victory, Jones landed a kick to Belfort's thigh, followed by a cross. On the ground, it was clear both were at the limit of their fatigue. In a key moment of the round, Jones went to town with several devastating elbows, and seeing an opening, locked in an armbar, finishing Belfort spectacularly. The round ended with Jon Jones being announced as the winner after an epic submission over Vitor Belfort. After the fight, Jones shook hands with Vitor, showing the respect and passion both have for fighting. With this victory, it's estimated that Jon Jones bagged about $465,000, including the Performance of the Night bonus. And Vitor Belfort, rumors say he snagged about $275,000. UFC 159, Jon Jones versus Chael Sonnen. The day Jon Jones crushed Chael Sonnen in the UFC was magnificent. This phenomenal event took place on the 27th of April, 2013 in the States, with Jon Jones and Chael Sonnen exchanging blows in one of the most awaited UFC fights, featuring a highly contested round. The fight was for the UFC light heavyweight title, held by Jon Jones. On the fight night, Jon Jones entered focused, while Chael Sonnen came in confident. The referee gave the instructions, the fighters shook hands, and the fight kicked off. First round. In the first round, Sonnen went hard, delivering several crosses and an uppercut to Jones. Chael wasted no time and threw down, landing a powerful cross to his opponent's ribs and trying some knees. Not satisfied, Sonnen landed a punch to the back of Jon's head. Focused, Chael hammered down on his opponent's face, along with some punches to the head. Thirsty for victory, Sonnen locked Jon in a guillotine and also threw some punches to the head. Without giving a break, Jon pressed Chael against the cage and landed an elbow, followed by a spinning elbow. With fierce determination, Jon landed an uppercut and a heavy elbow. In the exchange, Jon grabbed Sonnen's leg and threw him to the ground. Full of tricks, Chael landed some heavy blows blows on Jones. The guys got up and exchanged a flurry of strikes. Jones took Sonnen down again and began an intense ground fight. In a key moment, Jon delivered a precise elbow and with blood in his eyes, launched another strong elbow. Wanting to end the fight, Jones pummeled Sonnen, forcing the referee to stop the fight. After the announcement, Jon Jones was declared the winner by technical knockout, cementing his status as one of the toughest fighters in the UFC. With this victory, it's estimated that Jon Jones pocketed about $400,000, and Chael Sonnen, rumors say he snagged about $50,000. UFC 285, Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. The day Jon Jones humiliated Ciryl Gane in the UFC was sensational. This phenomenal event occurred on the 4th of March 2023 in the States, with Jon Jones and Ciryl Gane exchanging blows in one of the most awaited UFC fights of that year, featuring a round full of adrenaline. The fight was for the vacant heavyweight championship. On the night of the fight, Ciryl Gane entered confident, while Jon Jones entered with the calm of someone who has already faced the toughest. After the ref's instructions, the fighters shook hands and the fight began. First round! The first round started with the fighters shaking hands again and immediately moved to low kicks. One of Gane's kicks ended up hitting Jones's lower parts, pausing the fight briefly, but soon they were back to the action. Hungry for victory, Ciryl landed a precise punch to Jones's belly. Both were on point, going at it without wasting time. Determined, Gane threw a sinister direct hit, but Jon Jones was quick, grabbed him, and took him down with top-notch technique. However, Ciryl Gane didn't waste time and skillfully got up, ready for more action. Jones, wanting to dominate, managed a second takedown and went straight for a guillotine. Gane defended well, but Jones locked in another guillotine, making Ciryl tap out. The round ended with Jon Jones being declared the winner after a monstrous submission over Gane Ciryl. In the end, Gane and Jones exchanged a salute and a hug, showing mutual respect. With this victory, it's said that Jon Jones pocketed about $6,100,000, and Ciryl Gane, rumors have it, he snagged about $1,200,000. UFC 140, Jon Jones versus Lyoto Machida. The day Jon Jones knocked out Lyoto Machida in the UFC was shocking. This insane event rolled out on the 10th of December 2011 in Canada, with Jon Jones and Lyoto Machida throwing punches in one of the most awaited UFC fights, spanning 2 heavy rounds. The fight was for the UFC light heavyweight title, with Jon Jones defending his belt against the former champion and karate master Lyoto Machida. On the night of the fight, Lyoto Machida entered with confidence, while Jon Jones entered with the cool of someone who has already faced giants. After the ref's instructions, the fighters shook hands and the fight started. First round. In the first round, the guys were super alert. Jones on the ground and Machida standing, eyeing each other's movements. Showing he knows his stuff, Jon launched a spinning kick to Lyoto's belly and also landed a hefty kick to the guy's thigh. Not satisfied, Jones nailed another brutal kick to the opponent's thigh. Eager to score, Jon attempted a head kick on Machida that just missed. The fight was fierce, with Jones trying to unleash 2 heavy kicks, but Lyoto dodged them smoothly. Determined, Machida went for a cross and Jon defended, making the guy stagger, but he recovered quickly. Jones dialed up to 220, landed a kick on the dot, and Lyoto returned the favor with a heavy cross. In their attempts to destabilize, Jon made some funny moves and Machida joined in, mimicking him. Full of tricks, Lyoto landed a low kick to Jones's thigh. Machida ramped up the pressure and unleashed a heavy kick, followed by a cross to the face. In a key moment, Lyoto delivered an uppercut and planted a devastating kick on Jon. Not satisfied, he launched another sinister kick at his opponent. The first round ended with Jones slightly ahead, scoring 10-9, promising an intense and balanced fight. second round. In the second round, the atmosphere was heating up and the fighters were eyeing each other, looking for openings. With sharp aim, Machida landed a cross to Jones's face, grabbed his leg, and delivered another cross. In their thirst for victory, Lyoto pressed forward and landed two crosses, ending up in a clinch. In a well-matched fight, the two exchanged heavy blows that just missed. The guys already showed signs of fatigue, but the pace didn't drop. Jones wasn't playing around. He landed a kick to Machida's thigh, plus a knee, followed by one hell of a cross. Putting on the pressure, Jon grabbed Lyoto and threw him to the ground. In a key moment, Jon dropped a monstrous elbow on Machida's forehead, making the guy bleed. The ref paused for the fighters to regroup, and when they resumed, they restarted in a clinch. Jon tried a few knees and attempted to lock in a guillotine, but with great effort, Lyoto managed to escape. Trying to turn the tide, Machida landed a cross, but received another and fell to the ground again. In a crucial moment of the round, Jones managed to apply the guillotine, making Lyoto pass out. With the end of the fight, Jon Jones was declared the winner by submission in a breathtaking battle. With this victory, it's estimated that Jon Jones bagged about $475,000, including the submission of the night bonus. And Lyoto Machida, rumors say he snagged about $200,000. UFC Live 1, Jon Jones versus Brandon Vera. The day Jon Jones steamrolled Brandon Vera in the UFC was epic. This insane event happened on the 21st of March 2010 in the States, with Jon Jones and Brandon Vera exchanging intense strikes, featuring an exhilarating round. The fight was in the UFC light heavyweight category, with Jon Jones facing the experienced striker and black belt in jiu-jitsu, Brandon Vera. On the night of the fight, Brandon Vera entered determined, while Jon Jones entered focused and calculating. After the referee's instructions, the fighters shook hands and the fight began. First round, Jon Jones charged forward with everything, landing a kick to the shin and taking down Brandon Vera. Without wasting time, Jones intensified the attack, connecting a cross that ended in a clinch plus a cross to the ribs. Full of tricks, Jon landed two crosses to the ribs and two more to the face, showing he was serious. With his skills, Vera managed to throw Jones off and stood up. Fired up, Jon went after him and landed a brutal knee on Brandon, and they ended up in a clinch again. Jones tried to take down Vera, who defended as long as he could, but ended up on the ground. On the ground, there was a heavy duel of strength and technique, with both showing strategy and focus. Brandon tried an elbow and held Jon, aware of the danger. Wanting to dominate, Vera landed a kick to Jones's face, but got a warning from the referee. The fight paused briefly by the referee, and upon resuming, the fighters continued at the same pace. With a mix of technique and grit, Jon landed a precise elbow, followed by a powerful cross and another elbow. In a key moment, Jones unleashed a devastating cross and two elbows on Vera, launching a series of punches that forced the referee to stop the fight. After the stoppage, Jon Jones was announced as the winner by technical knockout, reaffirming his position as one of the top names in the UFC. With this victory, it's estimated that Jon Jones earned about $90,000. And Brandon Vera, rumors have it, he snagged about $60,000. UFC 198, Stipe Miocic versus Fabricio Werdum. The day Stipe Miocic humiliated Fabricio Werdum in the UFC was unbelievable. This electrifying fight happened on the 14th of May, 2016 in Brazil, with Stipe Miocic and Fabricio Werdum exchanging blows in one of the most awaited UFC fights of the year, with one breathtaking round. The fight was for the UFC heavyweight belt held by Fabricio Werdum. On the night of the fight, Miocic entered excited and confident, while Werdum came in focused and determined. After the ref gave the talk, the fighters exchanged a salute and the brawl began. First round. From the start of the first round, the fighters exchanged salutes but were cautious about each other's movements. Miocic, who's no joke, went on the offensive with a precise low kick, and Werdum, not to be outdone, returned with a side kick from hell. Fabricio, displaying his refined technique, launched a powerful front kick. Determined, Werdum unleashed a series of rapid strikes that just sliced the air. Miocic, with pinpoint accuracy, responded with a well-placed side kick. Hungry for victory, Fabricio threw a powerful cross and a kick to Miocic's thigh. Not giving up, Werdum tried to take down Miocic by grabbing his leg, but the guy held firm. Without wasting time, Fabricio unleashed another strong kick to his opponent's thigh. Persistent, Werdum again attempted a takedown by grabbing Miocic's leg, but to no avail. Full of tricks, Fabricio sent another strong kick to Stipe's thigh. The fighters were agile with blows that just grazed by. Both, in a moment of synchrony, landed simultaneous kicks, standing firm in the fight. Not satisfied, they executed powerful strikes that sliced through the air. The fight was balanced, with an exchange of intense direct hits. To cool things down, there was a swap of lighter blows. Miocic didn't hold back and went on the offensive, skillfully managing to escape unscathed. Without mercy, Stipe launched a devastating kick to the thigh, followed by a blistering direct hit. With sharp aim, Miocic landed a pinpoint direct hit. Full of tricks, Stipe defended and dodged Werdum's strikes. Miocic delivered a powerful kick to the thigh and also dodged a knee strike. Focused, Stipe sent a crushing direct hit as well as a low kick. Determined, Miocic launched a direct hit and dodged Werdum's crosses, taking the opportunity to land a powerful cross. In a key moment, Miocic dodged some crosses and managed to connect a crushing cross that brought Werdum to the ground. Stipe went up to Werdum and greeted him, demonstrating the sportsmanship. The round ended with Miocic being declared the winner after a monstrous knockout over Werdum. At the end of the fight, Stipe shook hands with Fabricio, showing the respect and passion both have for the fight. With this victory, it's estimated that Miocic bagged about $30,000, and Werdum, rumors say he snagged about $40,000. Enjoy watching this epic showdown? Then you'll flip out on the day Holyfield beat down Mike Tyson. Curious? Then just hit up the video popping up on your screen and check out this legendary fight.